Okay folks, this will be an interesting one. We did something similar maybe a month or so ago. We're going to make this hopefully look as good as the one I did. I'm going to make this into something interesting anyway. Going to leave it on 100. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here a packet of Sharpies. These are marker pens. Yeah, these are marker pens. And all these different colours. Sharpie. Very popular as far as markers go. I'm going to make this into something interesting. We're just going to start off by doing this. Oh, looks dark. It's a bit dark. I could lighten it up a lot more. Maybe push it across a little bit more. I think we're going to lighten it up. Going to use a second control, but we've already got this one at full lightness. So going to lighten it, or actually going to make it all just +1. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I still think it could go lighter. I do think. I wonder how much lighter I'm going to make it. The colours look like they're popping though. We're going to go full blast with lightness. Okay, that looks a lot better. Colours look a bit wishy-washy, but it still looks pretty good. This should make for a good movement piece, hopefully. We're now going to take out the light, the brightness. We're going to put it in the middle, and this one's going to go down a bit to the dark end. So we're just going to put these aside. I think we're finished with them. I don't know if I'm going to use them in future for my own personal use or if I'm going to donate them to charity. Let's see how we go with this. I don't know if I showed that properly on camera, folks. Hopefully I did. I was trying to get the word Sharpie into the image, make it into something really nice. There's the word Sharpie. That looks really good. I think we could use this. We could even maybe... Oh, we still got some voids. Or is that part of the packaging? Wondering if we're going to get rid of the voids, like this area there and that area there. Okay, let's see what we do. But I'm really missing a loved one. really do. I really miss him pieces, folks. I really need to get in touch with my partner. His name is Luigi, and you can imagine I'm in love with him. I'm really in love with Luigi, and it's really difficult dealing with the fallout of some stupid actions I did when I was very young, which led to this separation and problems. And I'm really trying to get this stuff to go to air on television, on the free-to-air primetime news. And it's really, 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 really sorry about the repetitiveness, but I'm really finding it difficult to get them interested. They've got so many items, both big ticket and small ticket and everything else in between. I seem like I can't compete with the news that's current, or the news that has a certain newsiness, like death, disease, disaster, crime and murder, shark attacks, you name it, these items are there, and these items are easy things to sell in the news. It's really difficult trying to compete when you got all this other stuff. I wonder why that's looking dark. So it's really difficult trying to impress when this stuff that I do here isn't anything newsy about it. Like it's not the negative stuff, it's not the crime, it's not the murders, it's not the house fires or the car crashes or the car chases and all this so-called exciting shit. And it's not exciting, it's boring, it's dead fucking shithouse boring, but this boring shit is what makes headlines, so it seems. And I just don't have I have no power over what goes up. I try my best to make my stuff special, to make it useful, just to try and I'm trying my best. I just struggle with dealing with all this stuff that's considered somehow newsworthy. That somehow my stuff has no place. I'm trying to make something to get in touch with a loved one. Isn't that news enough? And I thought the word news is like new with an S, something new. The other stuff is something old stuff, old style news. Why can't we have something different? Why is it my stuff never makes landfall on the television? Why is it that I have to make all this effort and I don't get any fucking I don't get any reward? Now this looks interesting. Wondering if we're going to just cut that off. But it really is difficult, trying my hardest, and I just feel I get knockback after knockback. Like my work doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not newsy enough. It's not typical. It's not cliche. Well, we don't want fucking cliches all the time. Cliche is the word to describe something that's so stereotypical. Like the news items I mentioned, the kind of newsiness that they seem to have. The newsiness, the typical feel that the news has. And it's really, really, really boring, in my opinion. I just want to hurl abuse at the television as I watch it, saying things like, well, who wants to know about this? like a house that caught fire. Who wants to know about this house that caught fire? It's none of my business. They're not my relatives. I don't normally say not my relatives, but yeah, they're not my relatives. So why should this matter to me? This house that caught fire. It's not my fucking house. It's not the house of any of my friends. I don't have any fucking friends, folks, to be honest. I've used the wrong... I was meant to put the horizontal into that. But basically, I just get so incensed into a rage sometimes about what goes on in the news. And there just isn't anything exciting about it. You get some good items from time to time, but even then, why can't you play my stuff? Why does my stuff have to sit on the sideline? You know, why? It's not like... no, this is too big. This is shit house, folks. But, you know, what is supposed to be news anyway? I mean, seriously. I'm actually wondering if we could go back to maybe, I don't know, folks. This is difficult, folks. I think the vertical is a bit too big, so we're going to make it 130 by 160. I just get annoyed, folks, because I'm missing a loved one. You know, loneliness. I feel lonely all the time. Being away from this person, not having him with me, not being able to talk to him. And I'm just making all a big effort. I'm making a big effort to get in touch. You know, I really need to be with this person. And it's really daunting trying to make my stuff appealing enough to become newsworthy, and all I get is fucking crickets. They don't listen to me. They don't want me. I get the feeling these news people don't want me in the news. They don't want me to make headlines because my stuff is not good enough. It's not newsy enough. It's not typical, cliche like overworked, overused concepts, cliche news. Cliche, I fucking even hate that word. It's so fucking boring, and cliche is boring. It's a sign of boringness when everything's cliche. Like a typical formula, like an overused kind of formula. I'm wondering if maybe the vertical could be a little less and maybe more horizontal. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just trying my best to make it something out of this. I really get so fucking exasperated. That's wrong. 200 for the horizontal. We've done it again. Horizontal and vertical have got to be the right way. But basically I'm really lonely and I'm trying to get in touch. And if these news channels don't cooperate, I'm going to be lonely and I'll die of a broken heart, which might indeed entail heart failure. And I think we've made that too long. Actually, that looks quite nice. That could be the centre of the job. Still don't like this job that I've done. I think we've made it too long. So we're going to make it 180 on the horizontal. But yeah, it's really lonely. And I'm trying to get this stuff to go up. You know, if you can hear my complaints, if you're a news person and you're watching this video, if you could just allow some of your precious time on television, on the air, and if you can lend me a bit of time to have this stuff go to air, I'll be forever grateful. You know, I'm not interested in doing this just for fun. This is not just for fun, folks. This is not a game. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to make a publicity stunt. I'm doing this because I'm missing a loved one, and I've got to make my videos matter. I know this person will be very appreciative of my work, and that we can get together and marry and put the past behind us, because I really want to put the past in away. I don't want the past. This is what I was thinking about, this section here, but I really miss this person, and it really hurts being away from him, and I have no control over what happens next. I don't have any control over my life. Control is something I could only wish for. I just haven't got any control over what my life is doing. But I just want to have some, because I know the TV channels have the control. I have no control. I can only just suggest what you guys are going to play as TV presenters. No, not the presenters. I think it's the editorial staff, the editors, or whoever it is, the editor-in-chief, whoever it is that is in control of what goes on, what goes to air. You know, whoever you are, you know, don't take me the wrong way. I might sound extremely critical, but I have to get this stuff to air. I'm really desperate to find a lost one. You know, I'm desperate. I need to find Luigi. I really want to get my life. My life is in limbo, folks. I don't feel like I can live like this indefinitely. It's costing me financially, and it's costing me emotionally. I can't just live an ordinary life. I can't just stay away from the television, as in being on it. I have to damn well go on it, folks. If you can just hear me, TV staff, TV channel, whoever you are, whatever your channel is, whatever name it is, if you could just fucking do me, pardon me, but I am desperate, so yeah, expect some F-bombs, and there's a lot of F-bombs in most of my recent-ish time, my stuff, or I've dropped F-bombs for the past few years, I think. I never used to drop them, but hey, that's probably better that way, because you guys probably would like to hear some F-bombs for dramatic effect to make it more newsy. But anyway, this has been a prolongated demo, and it's turned out looking better than I thought. I think now we can call this Sharpie demo quits.